everybody. Daniel Kelly here, author of Behind the Veil, The Complete Guide to Conscious Sleep. And what I'd like to talk to you about today is how you can hone new skills through lucid dreaming and practice and polish new ones you already have. What you just heard there was something that I actually learned in a lucid dream by a famous rock star, famous keyboardist, who taught me in a lucid dream that refrain, and of course my subconscious pretty much created that extemporaneously. I woke up the next morning and lo and behold, I was able to play it. One of the things that has fascinated me for over my 2 decades of lucid dreaming now is the mind's ability to learn new skills and to teach itself how to develop things that haven't even really been taught yet. It's just gathered information somehow, or somehow genetically comes on the heels of forefathers and mothers who have had these skills for millennia, and you just tap into them. I guess it's point for the Jungian's collective unconscious. One of the key, I believe anyway, pat myself in the back, one of the key contributions of my own system called Subliminal Cognition training is it focuses on the continuity of consciousness throughout the 3 broad states of waking, dreaming, and deep dreamless sleep. I think this is important because if you don't have these things working together, 1, you can't cultivate the skill itself, and 2, you miss out on all the darker corners and the nooks and crannies where these secret dormant abilities of your psyche and your body mind in general are hiding. So one of the things you want to do if you're going to try to practice or learn a new skill for your lucid dreaming is first you need to understand the sleep cycle. We're not going to go into the technicalities of that as the information is available throughout the web and it's everywhere and it's pretty well known. But the stages of lucidity and pellucidity. I won't go into pellucidity too much in this video to save on time. This is my first video, by the way, for my YouTube channel. It's been long waiting for me to do this, and I guess now's better late than ever. One of the things you want to do is realize that there are probably, I'm going to say I qualified, 3 stages of lucidity. Okay, there's the what I call LD1, LD2, and LD3. The entry level for learning a new skill or practicing a pre-existing one is LD1. Now, anyone familiar with the Tetris effect knows what this little entryway is, this little key to learning how to polish a skill in conscious sleep. Briefly, the Tetris effect occurs when, let's say, you've been driving all night and, you finally get home and you check into your hotel room and you close your eyes to go to sleep and you can still see the highway lines behind your eyes. Or if you've been on a trampoline all day and you try to go to sleep and you can still feel like you're jumping. That's the Tetris effect. Well, translated to learning a new skill, let's say you're practicing Tai Chi or you're learning how to play piano or soccer or whatever the case may be. The first stage is to be able to play with the hypnagogic stage of sleep. That's LD1. It becomes LD1 if you can be conscious and not fall asleep during the process or let the opportunity pass you by. Remember, the average person on a circadian rhythm spends about 1/3 of his or her lifetime drooling on the pillow. And of course, the benefits of a restful sleep notwithstanding, that's a lot of time wasted not learning anything. Okay? That's 230,000 hours, roughly, that you're spending sleeping and not learning anything. During the REM stage of sleep, it's well known now that the brain is trying to consolidate new information and build it into the neuronet. So if you can first project into your phosphine discharge, which is the king of hypnagogia, it's the psychedelic color patterns and white spots you see behind your eyes as you're falling asleep. If you can focus into those without moving your eyes, and that's key. Don't move your eyes and stay relaxed. Focus into those colored blotches and into those spots of light or the static you see, the white noise behind your eyes, and create a picture, using the piano as an example. You create an image of the keys. And I'm not talking about imagining it in your mind's eye. You see it on the screen of your closed eyelids. That's the first step, is to be able to do that and see your hands as well. Many people have this happen spontaneously where they'll close their eyes and they can see the room. And you can even wave your hands in front of your closed eyes and you'll see them. That's a form of it. Of course, that trips the line between remote viewing and what we're talking about here. But regardless, you can learn how to hone these skills, whether you're remote viewing or you're lucid dreaming, whatever your argument may be. Okay? The second stage is LD2, and you want to be able to transition into that by actually stepping into the scene. Rather than just looking at it and, you know, observer versus observed, you're actually embodying it to a degree now. Not fully, but almost. Then you can start to actually get your neuromuscular involved in it. That is assuming that you're doing something that demands hand-eye coordination and so on. LD3 is lucid dreaming proper. That's when you actually get into the dream, the full REM. Okay, the full REM, deep REM sleep, or rapid eye movement sleep. When you enter that stage, most people, there's a liminal stage there that I call the veil, where you go totally unconscious. You're just not there to directly experience anymore. But if you can spontaneously wake up in a dream at first, which is the most common scenario, you can begin to practice anything. Soccer, Tai Chi, or maybe even a little of this.